Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to day 29 of 30 of the Metabolic Minute. Y'all, we have one more day to go. Tomorrow is day 30. We made it. So let me just say this before I hop into day 29 in full transparency, because I made a declaration and a vow that I will not just come on here when everything is phenomenal and everything is amazing. One of the reasons why I started the Metabolic Minute was to exercise my consistency muscle. And remember last month I did the burpee challenge every day, no matter what, I raised my bar. I, played full out no matter what happened. I made sure I did my burpees every day. So now coming into June, I was like, okay, I needed to create something different. So we created the Metabolic Minute where I came on, I test my glucose, my ketones for 30 days straight, sharing my numbers with you all, the faith focus, and then our metabolic topic. However, the last 3 days have just been crazy for me, okay? Today is day 29. I owe you day 26, 27. I wrote it down. Hold on one second. I felt so bad, and I've already beat my own self up because, I always talk about not allowing circumstances outside of you to affect how you show up. And okay, so I actually owe you 26, 27, and 28. So I am still going to record those 3 days. But I just wanted to share, like, life happens sometimes. And if I were to hop back on here, like, oh, nothing happened in today's day 29, and I don't know what happened today, 26, 27, 28, then I will not be showing up as my full authentic self. So I just wanted to share that. And I know people will be like, oh, be kind to yourself. I get it. But I just, again, I just really pride myself on stretching myself and keeping my word. So I will go back and record those, and I will post them on YouTube, and we're going to be great because those lessons are still phenomenal. So now for today, 29, I'm not sure what this reading is going to be today, but we're going to go ahead and set our number to 4. And thank you guys for, coming along with me on this journey. We're going to go ahead and clean our finger. We're going to poke. Remember, 1, 2, 3. Oh, engage it. 1, 2, 3. Break it. All right, boom, we got blood. Gonna wipe off. First little piece of blood. Then we are going to put in, get a bead, it's ready. Massage your finger, we got a little doublet. All you need is a little doublet. See that? Little doublet. And we're gonna get our glucose reading. 3, 2, 1, boom. Our glucose is 114. Now, I did not break my fast yet today, but it's 114. And it could be 114 for several reasons. Nonetheless, I meant to say nonetheless, we're not going to hover over it. We're just going to go ahead and let's get our ketone. Oh, come on. I'm trying not to have to prick myself again. So, okay. I think that's enough. All right, let's see. Yep, that's enough. It's enough. Let's see what our ketones are. Our ketone is coming in at 1. Do we have one? Yes, 0.4. Okay, that's amazing. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up my app, Ketone Mojo app. See, the app is open. Why does it say, oops, something's wrong? It's always closing and opening again. We've been having these syncing problems. Sync it? Oh, okay. It's on. It has to be on while it's syncing. Okay, it'll say error. And when I close it, it'll give us. So our GKI is a 32.7. Our glucose is 118 and our ketones are 0.2. So yesterday I did have some ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. But it could be several reasons. Like I told you before, stress will elevate your glucose. Cortisol is something that, like, it has its good parts or responsibilities, for lack of a better term. But for most times, whenever cortisol is present, it normally is not a good thing. So we have that. I had some ice cream yesterday. But again, this is a lifestyle. I actually taught this yesterday, and I was sharing the difference between lifestyle and using fasting as a tool. It's two totally separate things, believe it or not. But okay, so we're going to go ahead and hop into our faith focus now. Okay, so our faith focus is coming from Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. Being confident of this very thing, that he which have begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. Isn't that amazing? What does that mean, Crystal? God always finishes what he starts. Being confident of this very thing, that he which have begun a good work in you. And this, I was telling y'all, God must have y'all coming along on this journey with me, because this word right here is definitely for me. Being confident of this very thing, that he, which have begun a good work in you, but will perform it until the day of Christ Jesus. So when I say God always finishes what he starts, we just have to believe that. And I just want to say that and kind of like leave that right there. Even where I am right now in life, like I said, the last couple of days has been crazy. All these thoughts have come up for me. And then sometimes we question ourselves. It's like, geez, like, you just second guess and all the thoughts. I may be the only person that have these, but for sure, I know God always finishes what he started, and he said what he said. That should be a whole hashtag and saying for us today. He said what he said, right? Period. Regardless of what it looked like, regardless of what storm may be upon you, right? Whatever valley you feel like you might be stuck in, whatever it is, like God said what he said, he's always going to finish what he started. He cannot lie. That's the most amazing thing. And if we're saying that God is in us, right? And he is all powerful, and even the vision that he showed me, and this is something I had to sit with the other day, because every time I share it with somebody, my heart start racing, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. But then I remember when we talked about this in Bible study, if God don't show up, it won't be done, but he always show up. When have he never showed up, or never not showed up? That's a double negative, right? Well, whatever. But when has he never showed up? He's always showed up. I just have to keep showing up. So this definitely was for me today. All right. So let's go into our metabolic minute. This is our metabolic minute, Crystal. I meant to say our metabolic topic. Bear with me. Where is it? Okay. So our metabolic topic for today: why most diets fail. Most diets fail because they are temporary, right? So the question isn't, can I do it for 30 days? That's not the question. The question is, can I do some version of this for the rest of my life? Sustainability wins. Consistency wins. And when we talk about sustainability, I promise you, this is literally what I hit on yesterday. When people say, oh, you're fasting, it's like, no, fasting is my lifestyle. I am a faster. And what do you mean by that? There'll be some days where, because I'll hear some people say, oh, I fast sometimes, or I'll do it here and I do it there. It's like, no, this is why I'm teaching y'all how to test your glucose and your ketones, because this is something you should be doing from now until. You want to reverse those diseases? Do you want to reverse the autoimmune? That's the same thing. Do you want to reverse or not have the high blood pressure and all the things? Like, your body is your own study. Part 3 is what I finished yesterday. It was phenomenal. I love the science part of it, but I also like breaking it down so that I like to say it. I like to use the terms, layman terms, because some of these scientific words we hear and they're just like, wait, I know they over my head. A lot of them are. So I'll go do the research and break it all the way down. And then that's how I teach on that level, because I don't want people to just say, oh my God, Coach Crystal said this, do this. Now there's going to be a time for it, because there's a time and season for everything. But at the end of the day, I want you to really get and understand why you are fasting for 17 hours, why you are fasting for 20 hours. Why are you having your elements, which is your electrolytes? Why are you taking MCT oil? Why are we pricking our finger and testing our glucose and our ketones? Like, what? It's a reason for all of it. We are not just showing up and just doing things just because. But I want you to understand why. Because we put that power in so many people's hands. Like, whether it's a coach, like I've seen it, I've been there. 1, 2, I see it all the time. Oh, that's my coach, and my coach said to do this. And again, I'm not saying that there's not a time and season for that, but at the end of the day, what am I teaching you that you can take and apply from now until God call you home? That's the type of teaching that I am not desiring. That is the type of teaching that I desire to be. Did I say that right? I don't know. But do you get it? That's what I would like to provide for my clients. That type of teaching, that they get it and they're not just saying, oh, like I'm about to break my fast. Why am I breaking my fast with bone broth as opposed to a sandwich? Absolutely not. A sandwich will stop all the healing immediately. Well, Coach Crystal, I heard you say you had ice cream yesterday. It's a lifestyle, but you will never hear me say I had ice cream day after day after day after day. Maybe once a month, if that, maybe. But it doesn't matter. Like, this is my journey, right? So it's not that I have anything to prove to anybody. And I think that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day within itself. I totally forgot to take my scarf off, but nonetheless, All right, so today is day 29, y'all. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what am I going to do for the next month. I know I don't want to go live every day. I don't want to make that commitment because of the way that my life is, unless I'm just going to go live in my car. But I was thinking of hot topics. I don't know. So I have to do something where I'm speaking, whether it's going live on YouTube or YouTube and Instagram. We just have to see. So if there's any suggestions that you guys have, please don't fail to offer. Because I have today is Jesus. I got one day to decide, right? Because the first is in 2 days, baby. So yeah, I'm just looking for the consistency, right? And I'm looking to stretch myself because I am evolving into the woman that God created me to be, and just learning to become a better speaker and just all the things. So remember, right, to do something today that your future self is going to thank you for. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 30. Peace.